Life is always in flux and evolving. Every moment is fresh and literally new, and every era is new too. We're in a time of rapid change, monumental change, and that's why it's essential for us to pay attention to the energies of the time. When you understand what's going on in this larger cosmic perspective, then the changes that are happening daily will make more sense to you and you'll be more at home with it. We're in a very special time now in the course of human evolution. By all appearances, this modern age is unprecedented. We know it's often referred to as the Great Shift, the Great Disruption, the digital age. We are in the quantum age, we can agree on that. What can this mean for us in terms of the cycles of life? Well, right now, in the whole world, trying to hang on to the way things used to be is futile, hopeless, possibly a waste of time and energy, really, because the fundamental cycle is the birth, life, death, renewal cycle. So it's best to see and watch what's fading away, what's up for renewal. Some things are fading away completely, some things just need to be revived in a new way. You and I are not separate from our environment. We're not separate from the energy cycles and the way the energetic trends manifest as patterns that we live through. For example, spring is part of a cycle of seasons of renewal, of new growth. The energetic pull of that season affects us. We start to do spring cleaning, clearing the old to make way for new growth. Cycles play out in practical, ordinary ways. You can become aware of the cycles of our ideas, our projects, our environments, the clothes we wear, the sports we actively engage in. We'll tune into 5 of the specific energetic trends that are the overarching energies of the time of this age. These energetic trends are happening and they have specific qualities. Why is it so important to read the energies of the time? The big question is, as we tune into the energies of the time, where do you fit in? Because you're here now in this day and age and place, and this is the context in which your individual life and journey is happening. So it's time to see yourself in the bigger picture. We can move forward with confidence, conviction, and wisdom. That's why. A lot of people wonder when they witness distressing things going on in the world, what can have this shift? Can anything really change for humanity as a whole to go to a higher, a more righteous way of being? You know, I've been asked this question many times. It's very important to keep in mind in our quantum age, in our observer-created reality, that you and I are the key players in how these patterns play out through our own choices. You may be struggling against strong currents, energy currents, that are the subtle yet guiding forces. When you tune into the energies of the time, you literally go with the flow of energetic currents. And you know what happens when you do go with the flow? These energies support you in every way. So let's do it now. Let's tune in to the energies of this time. Let's talk about the big one of the longer cycles, restructuring. It doesn't take a special talent or a genius to see that our systems and structures as we've known them in modern times have reached their limit of effectiveness. Now, if you recognize that restructuring is the order of the day, you realize that in some sense it's no longer an option, but a necessity and probably an inevitability in many areas of life. And we can understand this easily from a QuantumThink perspective. The old societal institutions were born of the thinking of the industrial age, linear thinking, the emphasis on the physical, where we appear separate and different, the comparisons of either or thinking that divided us. Now, we're here to build institutions that are based in holistic thinking. From the way we grow and manufacture food, to the way we design our educational curricula, to the way we see our own lives. This is an important awareness, because what is no longer effective has to break down or dissolve in some way to make room for the new to emerge. So as you look into this world the way it is today, and it's been occurring for some time, everything that isn't working well anymore is being exposed. From the banking system, money markets, legislative bodies, the media, trade relations, political structures, there's chaos, and the chaos reveals where we need to make the necessary corrections and changes to get our foundations secure, sustainable, and successful. This universe functions from a self-organizing principle, so that chaos that arises from the restructuring will morph into harmony again. When you look in the world now, at the beginning of the 21st century, it's pretty obvious that the speed of invention in this digital age is quite literally transforming the foundational structure of our society. Self-driving cars, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, the new entertainment networks, and the way traditional industries are realizing they have to rethink, reinvent, restructure their basic business models. These changes are so mind-boggling that it can be a little scary for people. However, from the quantum worldview, we realize something very important. There's no absolute fixed reality. Your fate and the destiny of civilization are not absolutely determined. Now, these are the obvious outer world physical changes. Then there is the all-important inner transformations that we're being called upon to bring forth now as agents of change. Because when we shift the field consciously, then we don't have to worry or hope for a miracle. You and I become the miracles. It comes back to you and me. What influence can we have? Contemplate this for yourself. What needs restructuring in your life? As above, so below. It's time for us to restructure, leaving behind what simply isn't working anymore for us. And we can begin by asking ourselves in these changing times, what restructuring is inevitable in your life? It can be in your business, your health, your relationships, your home, your lifestyle. It can be in your thinking. And restructuring doesn't mean throwing everything out that you've built and developed. On the contrary, it means using what you have to new advantage. It means thinking in new ways and organizing around making things better. Whether it's outdated business structures, relationships, or attitudes that don't sync with who you are now. Seeing what needs to happen now to allow for the new you to emerge. New identity. Now, what this means is it's time for a new expression of yourself in some way, in some area of life. And this makes sense that if you're restructuring an area, that you will emerge in a new way, a new expression, the authentic you, because you're going to strip away what you're no longer resonating with. In times of great change and upheavals in societal norms, we often pause and we step back and reflect. What do I really want now? What do I value? And you emerge as the person you desire to be and to be known as now. Authenticity is the attribute of our era. Authenticity is expressing who you are, being true to yourself, paring away any pretense, shoulds, ought tos, and just residing in the own purity of your own essence, the new you. And this is so freeing. It's so comforting. Which leads us to the third energetic trend, passion. Living your passion. This is so logical. In order to express the true you, it includes doing what you're passionate about, what you love to do. It's like it's the soulmate of your purpose, your passion, what you love to do. What are you doing when you are feeling the happiest? This aim for the experience of happiness, by the way, is neither superficial nor is it self-centered. Happiness is good for your spirit. Happiness is good for your well-being. It's good for the people who are close to you. It's good for your loved ones and your everyday colleagues. It's true. Your own state of happiness is good for the world. Your state is what you contribute all the time, 24/7. And what fun it is to get in touch with your passion and to live it. And it leads to the fourth energetic trend, consciousness, awakened consciousness. It's the time of higher consciousness, transcending limited conclusions and boundaries, awakening our thinking. So we're literally a choice, living the great virtues in command of our magical mind, which leads us to the fifth energetic trend. We've entered a new cycle, a cycle that's the shift of the ages. We're in the age of Aquarius, the time of humanity transcending the great divides, uniting together to serve one another for a peaceful, harmonious, joyful earth. We join together in a solution-based world of harmony, health, wealth, and happiness for all. Now, we know in one sense it looks anything like that. And so we can ask, what needs to happen for this to occur? May I offer you my thoughts on this? For the kind of shift we all want to see in the world, it will take a higher quality of consciousness. We're tuning into the energies of the time. These are the energies: humanity uniting, restructuring, new identity, passion, consciousness. It's important to see how these specific energies work together. They're interconnected. They fit together. It's important to see how you fit in. You can hold it this way in your consciousness, and it has an effect. You have a beneficial effect. Why is it important to tune into the energies of the time? The guidance of infinite intelligence is impeccable. These specific energetic trends steer the direction and they coax our attention toward them. It's like the allure of an intoxicating fragrance. These energies are irresistible.